I said I have a crush on a guy in a band who I do not know and have met once. And because I was not strictly literal in a video that was for entertainment, I have somehow become the target of a weeks long ridiculous smear campaign that frankly I don't want to understand.
Tyler Catastrophe is a TikToker that's been getting a lot of attention lately because of their obsession with a YouTuber, Wilbur Sutz. Some of you might know him as the guy who got cancelled for biting his ex. You know, that one. They want to move to Brighton and everything. They've got a whole obsession with Brighton because of Wilbur. And they even made a video wanting to join the band Lovejoy.
Absolutely no idea if one of my favorite bands might want a second vocalist, but I do know I am crazy enough to ask. So hi, Lovejoy! Do you want a second vocalist? My name is Tyler Salona, I'm 26 years old, I live in Texas, but I'm trying to move to England anyway. I'm a massive extrovert, I've been performing since I was 10, and in 2019 I was actually a semi-professional vocalist, but then had to spend almost 5 years getting my voice back after losing it completely because someone hit me with their car. Through the sheer force of audacious determination, I now have my voice back and my vocal stamina.
He told me that much and now he's dead. Told me to kill my indulgences with a sharp blow to the temple. Pick up the phone, call and do everything he says. I could take a plastic camera, we could make such a pretty picture. Also,
Which was all entertainment purposes, by the way. They didn't get their obsession and want to move to Brighton because of Wilbur at all. No. Nothing to do with that. And with a whole lot of things coming out and people figuring out the type of person that Tyler Catastrophe is, people are starting to hate, and it's taking a toll. But before I do start, this isn't the place to attack people on looks and, you know, being trans, because it has nothing to do with you. It doesn't affect your daily life, so just grow up. Yeah, thanks. Cheers. So let's see what he has to say, because I bet it's going to explain everything.
Part of me knows that it's probably smart to just hope it dies out. It just keeps getting worse, so I'm gonna say some shit. I am not the one stalking comment sections hoping to see someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one making fake accounts to stalk someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one making money off of lying and talking about someone I do not know. You are. I am not the one writing fan fiction and making edits and drawing fan art and using AI to make slop of people I don't know kissing. You are. I'm not the one pretending to be related to someone just to spread lies.
Okay, I don't want to be that guy, but welcome to the internet. If you're going to put everything on your life and that onto a platform, you can't expect nothing in return, especially when you've got hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm not making money off this, and most of the people that make videos on you aren't actually saying anything, they're just copying what you do. They just literally make a video just going word for word of things that you say just because it's stupid and it's just ridiculous, and like it crosses from a level of confidence into ignorance and delusion.
I said that I thought a guy was hot and funny and interesting in a video where I was not strictly literal. And then I said that because I am confident and like myself, that maybe he would like me if he gave me a chance, if he was interested in men, because again, I don't know his sexuality. I do not care where he lives, I do not care who he's seeing, I do not care what he does for fun in his free time, because it has no effect on my life. I have a physical type, he happens to be that type. I have very high standards, I do not want someone who does not meet that standard. That is all I fucking said. And right now, the only reason most of my videos are still up is because I do not want to give people more room to lie. Clearly, all of those videos have missed such a large mark. I don't know how we got here. I don't want to know. But at this point, I have spent my entire life overcoming things that most people would never even have to imagine. And I spent a ridiculously long time being just the scapegoat for everyone around me.
Okay, stop trying to make people feel sorry for you though, because it's not about being a scapegoat. It's literally people just commenting on what you do or just going word for word on things that you do. It's the internet. If you can't handle it, don't go on the internet. Do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ, I've had people that don't like my videos. Like, it is what it is. Look, don't worry, it's not just this video we're looking at. There's plenty of videos to look at, but this is a good starting point, just so you kind of get a grasp of who Tyler is. But you can also tell that watching a Tyler video, especially a long form one, is like when you need to finish an essay and you need to get to right amount of words, but you don't know what else to put, so you just start saying shit. That's kind of the grasp that I'm getting anyway. That's my opinion.
And I know that there are people who will post anything that gets views. Consequences be damned. I actually left the creator program months ago because I didn't like the incentive it gave to like trigger people and start rage bait, and it's stupid. I don't like it. So really the only thing I have to say to the people who are using my name to get views and make money in a way that is not true and is very deceptive, I hope you plan to donate every single cent that you have made off of misrepresenting my character and using my name for views.
There is, a slight little thing that I found, like, in one of the comments, because TikTok's a great place where you can just put pictures in the comment section, where you sell things that you make for like $700-800, and yet you ask people to donate, allegedly. I don't know if that's 100% true, and I'm not going to point it as facts, but someone put it in the comments, and apparently it's true. So before anything else can get said, allegedly, okay? When you make thousands and thousands on paintings and your beads and whatever, and you still want people to donate to you, so you can get 20 plus K to move to England. Like, I get that you need to pay for things, but it doesn't really make sense if you're doing that well selling things at that price that you would need people to donate such a large sum so you can move. If you could just save the money, it obviously don't work because your business is doing so well. Is it really like oh yeah, I'm doing so well with myself, my business is doing so good, oh can you donate to me please? I need money, and every time it goes up more and more. It started at like 15k, I think, and now it's like 22, so I can move to England. Where's the correlation there? Like, surely your business isn't doing too well if you need people to donate to you so you can move.
This video is probably going to be the full 10 minutes because doing a part 2 feels really scummy. But if you could please bear with me and stay to the end, I have a lot to say, and there's a lot you need to know, and apologies that need to be made. And I need to just lay it all out on the table all at once. Because for the past month and a half, almost 2 months now, has been a non-stop panic for me. Because when this all started, and it was just people misinterpreting a video about a crush on a guy in a band, assuming a lot of things that were not true, or just straight up calling me cringe and ugly, a lot of the advice I was getting was just to keep posting confidently and show them they're not getting to you, and the internet has a short attention span. And I followed that advice. And when the death threats started, I think we all greatly underestimated just how far some people were going to go in order to hurt me and the people I care about. My family, my friends, anyone and everyone who has ever interacted with or supported me in any way. And by the time I realized what was happening, it was every second of every day, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And in trying to put out any fire I could reach, I made a lot more mistakes, and every time I thought it was going to be okay, something else happened. And because I have a lot of commitments keeping me online, the GoFundMe orders I need to finish, I could not step away. So I wound up in this awful spiral, barely eating, barely sleeping. So I completely checked out for a day or two, trying to just let myself catch up. And if you don't mind, I would like very much to try again.
But trying again, to me, right, is just continuing but going down a better path. Not making a 9-minute video where the first minute and a half that you're talking, waffling some might say, trying to kind of, in my opinion, manipulate the situation so people feel bad for you, right? I don't know if manipulate's the right word, but I'm using it anyway. Just to, make people feel a little bit sorry for you, so I'm like, okay, I'll hear them out, I'll watch the fucking 9-minute video on TikTok, by the way, what happened to 6 seconds and all that malarkey. Besides the point, the more mistakes you make, the more people are going to just pull up your past. People love a new arc. Look at Nova, when Nova started showering. I mean, no one forgot what he did, but people supported it because it's like, oh, you're trying to better yourself. And then he went back down the path, and then everyone's like, yep, you've always been like this. So the more mistakes you make, the more people are just going to bark down your ear about the things that you did in the past, which for the most part, if it's something like Nova, you shouldn't forget. But if it's something simple, fairs. But if you just keep on doing more and more things that make it worse and worse, you're not going to come back from it really. And then it just gets to a point where you do what Tyler has done and just talk about yourself and how everything's affected you instead of, bearing in mind this is opinion based because I haven't watched the full video, because there's no way I'm watching a 9-minute video on someone yapping. I don't have the attention span. But the first minute from my impression, which a lot of people will only watch the first part, is just, look at me, you've made me feel this way, although I've done things. That doesn't matter because you make me feel shit. You've said things to me that I don't like. It's like a kind of reoccurring theme though, because it's not even just with like these type of videos where like they want to explain things and yap. He kind of does it with his marketing as well, to try and, you know, a lot of pity marketing, but I've not got the XP to talk about that. I'm just a boy. I just wanted to talk about it for a bit just because it just, you know, regardless of what's been done, it's just the things that I've seen, and they just don't sit right with me, really. But yeah, until the next one, lower your prices.